Nigeria say Peter Obi, Peter Obi, she muke son mu Obi, Peter Obi. Nigeria say Peter Obi, Chip International Peter.
Peter Obi, His Excellency Peter Obi, the man of the people, the man loved by almost everybody in the country. Yes, so you can see how people are campaigning for him, even using their own money. You can see so many things that people are doing for this man, because other political parties, they use the public fund to do campaign, to even bribe people to vote for them. But this is a man loved by the people, loved by the masses. People are willing to donate their hard-earned money to him. People are willing to campaign for him. People are willing to print posters, banner, billboard. People are even going to the extent of doing evangelism for him. Guys, I think this is the right time for us to get it right, because another 8 years in this country, if we get it wrong in 2023, in fact, I don't even wish us to get it wrong, because if you can see now, people are voting candidates, not party. And the three major political party that is out now, APC, PDP and Labour Party, in the three major candidates that we are seeing now, Peter Obi is the best. Peter Obi is the most competent person among the three major candidates now. Okay, you said in Nigeria, when we were in primary school, they say there is this song we used to sing when we were in primary school. Parents, listen to your children. We are the leaders of tomorrow. Try and pay our school fees and give us sound education. But what is happening now? When the old ones have refused to retire, how will the children become leaders of tomorrow? When the old ones that are close to 6 feet have refused to leave power, have refused to leave the power, have refused to retire for the leaders of tomorrow to take over. When the old ones have refused to leave power alone, when the old ones have refused to retire for the children to take over, for the children to take over the future of this country, for the children to take over leadership position, when the old ones that are supposed to be taking care of their grandchildren have refused to step aside for their children to take over. Parents, listen to your children. We are the leaders of tomorrow. That song that we used to sing in primary school. Do you know that even the leaders, people that are even leading us when we were in primary school, now they are still in power. Now they are still in strategic leadership position in the country. How will the children take over when the old ones have refused to leave power? How will the children take over leadership position in the country? Guys, please, this man Peter Obi is the man, that is the man for the people. He is a selfless man that God has sent to deliver us in Nigeria. He is a selfless man that, he have joy, because he said he is not desperate to be a president. He's only desperate to see Nigeria work. This is a man that is ready to work for the people. This is the man that is not ready to embezzle public fund like other political parties that are what they are after in this so-called power of a thing, is how to embezzle public money, how to share the national cake. Because how will 1% of 200 million people living in Nigeria be controlling Nigeria's wealth? How will Nigeria's wealth be controlled by 1% of people in the country? Okay, look at now, since February till now, ASU is on strike, but their own children is schooling outside the country. ASU is on strike since February till now, and they are buying from 100 million naira, collecting allowance, doing so many things. Not that they don't have the money, they have the money, but they have refused to settle these lecturers. They want these lecturers. Is it easy? The agreement you reach out, you promise them, I think 2009, or is it 2000, either 2009 or 1999, that they reached agreement to all what they will do to this ASU, all what they will give to them. Up till now, the agreement has not been fulfilled. That is the reason for this strike now. Look at our lecture, look at our doctors. When after spending 9 years after spending 7 years in the university, and coming out of and graduating from the university, how much is their salary? Even somebody that is doing mechanic, somebody doing roadside mechanic is even richer than the so-called doctor. Is even we even be making more money than the so-called doctor that studied a professional course in the university, studied a professional course, and be collecting chicken change in the name of salary. When Nigerians travel outside the country, most of them, they are doing exploits. They are doing exploit out abroad, representing Nigeria well outside the country, but in their own country, the condition they find themselves in their own country is not favorable. The government have refused to make their light shine.
%90 of PDP governors, they are from the south, south, southeast, and southwest. And Obi is a Christian from the south. The Igbos are desperate and determined to win this time, even if they are going to waste their votes. So that means Atiku has never won from the north because they don't like him in the north. He's always been using our votes from these 2-3 regions to Gau, to Buga. Now, Obi don't take them. Last election, Obi won by 90% in Anambra and 85% in Igbo land and South. So technically, the Muslim is not going to affect Tinubu. It's going to affect Atiku because he's Muslim too. He hijacked the party. Technically, Obi don't kill PDP.
Some people even accuse you of buying your way through to get to the ticket. But I know the kind of person you are. You could clarify to us whether or not this is true.
So we have the freest primary in Labour. Remember, the frontliner in Labour Party was Professor Pat Otomi, who, before every delegate in that election primary resigned and said that he's stepping down since he has found that a younger person, more energetic, competent, had the capacity, is coming on board. It was an open primary, monitored by INEC, and the participation was free, fair, and credible. Everybody can tell you. And you know me. Of course, if you buy something or you paid money, there's no way you do money transaction in Nigeria that people wouldn't know. And I'm not one of those who will do that.
You know, I'm very sure you must have heard what the kind of the stories telling about you, that Obi will not pay anything And those even who said that one of the reasons that you left was that you were not ready to pay delegates.
In their own country, Nigeria, which God has blessed with so many natural resources, and the bad leaders are sitting on top of it, saving all the money for their children, their grandchildren, in fact, their sixth generation. How will a old presidential aspirant own private jet? How did he get the money if not for public fund? How did he get the money to buy private jets if not public fund? What is the source of income? How will somebody that is supposed to read a 4-year course in a Nigerian university we end up doing a 4-year course for 6 years because of strike? 4 years course, you hardly see somebody gaining admission into a public Nigerian university into a 4-year course and spend 4-year course and spend 4 years in it. It is very, very rare now. What they spend now is 6 years, 7 years due to strike. And even after spending 6 to 7 years and graduating, what do? They end up being Okada rider, which has now been banned. Okada has now been banned in so many states in Nigeria. They end up becoming Okada rider. Some end up doing POS machine. A graduate. Some even after finishing their BSc, we still go ahead do masters. At the end of the day, nothing to write home about. Master degree holder doing nothing. Doing nothing. It's only in Nigeria that people that are not qualified are put in strategic position. Unqualified people. All these politicians using their friends, family that are not qualified and be putting them in strategic position to run Nigeria economy. Please, let's get it right, because this man, Peter Obi, has proven beyond... I'm not saying he's a saint, but in the 3 major aspirants now, he's the best and is the most qualified. And concerning the issue of saints, nobody is a saint apart from God Almighty. But among the 3 major presidential aspirants now, between APC, PDP, and Labour Party is the best, which Peter Obi is representing. He's a selfless man. He's a man for the people. Please, let's get it right. Whatever it is that we need to do, let us do it to support this man, Peter Obi. And come to think of it, a Fulani man, which is Buhari, will be ending his 8 years term of February next year. And look at it now. How will a Fulani man just finish 8-year tenure and PDP is an Atiku, which is another Fulani man, we want to take over? How are they uniting because the way Nigeria is now, Nigeria is not even working at all. It's not working at all. Anybody telling you things are working is a big lie. Nigeria is not working at all. So it is not proper for a northerner to end up his tenure of 8 years and another northerner take over. It is not bringing unity in the country. And it's not also proper where under democracy, we've had Obasanjo who has ruled Nigeria for 8 years. Under democracy. And also under Buhari, we have a Yoruba man who is also the vice president of Nigeria for 8 years. So really, if to unite this country is the best is for somebody from the eastern part of the country to take over. At least we bring unity, because Nigeria, we are not, at the moment now, there is no unity. It will bring unity to the country. So right now, since the northerners have been, in fact, the northerners have even been taking charge for many years. I can't even count how many presidents the northerners have even produced. But the Easterners, since democracy till now, no president, no vice president. Since democracy till now. But the Yorubas the Yorubas, which is the Southwest, they've produced a Yoruba president, which ruled Nigeria for 8 years. And now, a Yoruba vice president, which also ruled for another 8 years. So is the proper thing is that to bring unity to the country is for an Igbo man to be the president. Because I have not witnessed Igbo presidency, no vice presidency. Whatever we need to do, let's do it. Whatever we need to do, let's do it. Let's support this man, Peter Obi. Let him become the presidential candidate next year because he's the best man for the job. He's absolutely the best for the job. Thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video. Bye for now.
Obi